Alright, so hello online world. This is Off the Record with Migs, Bustos, and today it's another episode of hashtag How to Be. And today matututunan natin is to how to be an effective content creator. And syempre, one of the top guns or top people in the industry is Janeena Chan. Hi Janeena, thank you so much
Hi,
for joining us here
Migs!
on
Grabe mga Top
OTR.
Gun!
Yes,
Thank you so
syempre.
much for having me and congratulations dito sa How to Be You. Oh my gosh. I'm flattered. Thank you for tapping me. How to Be Migs.
No, today it's How to Be Janeena. De, actually, Janeena,
Oh my
kaya ka naman
gosh.
talagang
Paano ba?
hashtag yung, kaya ka naman naisip yung how to be. Kasi it's, it was a term na parang thrown out there. It's like, how to be you. But dinilit ko
Yeah.
lang yung you para lang maging relevant pa rin tayo. Pero yun
Yeah.
nga, in the advent of this segment is we want to get to know you more. But before we get into the content creation, we want to get to know Janeena more. So, Janeena, we first met in ABS-CBN Sports, but how did your
Yeah.
career start?
Oh my gosh, grabe, medyo mahabang kwento yan. Actually, kasi ako, Bibo kid ever since. As in, mahilig na ako mag-perform noon pa lang. It's usually, mga singing competitions in school. I would always join them, mga on campus, and then even off-campus ones from English, Tagalog, Mandarin songs. Ginawa na namin lahat. Masaya siya. It really starts from your, from your interests. And then eventually, it evolves into whatever's available or whatever opportunity presents itself to you. So what happened was, yun, kanta-kanta lang, singing competitions. I joined this search for the next Disney singing princess. So noon pa lang mahilig na ako dyan sa mga princess, Disney. So I joined as the Little Mermaid singing the Little Mermaid song. And then eventually, para talaga siyang domino effect. Uso naman ever since mga casters in the modeling world. So may mga nanood ng event that time. And then they were like, why won't you try out modeling? So naging kiddie modeling naman. And then in that field, may mga nagpipitch naman din na, okay, why won't you audition for this show? Parang kiddie show siya. It was for Kids TV. It was on ABC5 noon. And naging RPN9 din siya. And then yun, eventually, I just kind of grew in the industry. I grew with the industry as it evolved, as stations came and went. And yun, I also got an opportunity to be parang a junior journalist of some sort for RPN also. And this was actually my father's parang he was watching TV lang, flipping through channels. Tapos sabi niya, uy, try mo to, parang junior edition. Parang ganon, Newswatch junior edition. And at first I was like, news, baka boring. Let's try it. I mean, no offense. I was a kid, di ba? I was a kid!
Yeah.
So parang gusto ko lang maglaro, gusto ko lang kausap ko pala si Migs, no? No, anyway, but di ba, as a kid, yun naman, it's fun. It's like Newswatch Junior Edition. So parang kiddie perspective, tween talaga, Because I was 14 years old when I started doon naman sa RPN for Junior Edition. So doon ko talaga na parang in a way they really trained me, because we were producing our own stuff na rin. That was part of the work. So they assigned mostly mga lifestyle segments for me. And, mga fashion, fun events. So noon pa lang, rumarakat na ako. Halos every week. For me, parang lang siya. I balance that with school. Siyempre, school pa rin is priority, diba? Pero for me, sobrang fun. Kasi, mahilig talaga ako gumala noon pa lang. And also, I get to learn about the world in a very immersive way, very experiential. And I think that's one of the best things on how you can learn about a certain thing is really just to go through it, learn from the process. Ayun, so I was with them for 5 years, 14 hanggang 19 years old for Newswatch. So until, they kind of gave me a mini segment sa main news program ng RPN. And then yun, eventually, college girl na siya. I got, it was actually, si Lau rin naman. We were friends from, yung mga online world na. So nagsistart na yan, yung mga influencer, world. And she was like, why won't you try out auditioning for this? For, for ABS Sports. Yun, grabe. And then parang simultaneous lang yun, the whole content creation, having a website kind of, before the website was there lang for parang may matambakan ako ng mga ginagawa ko.
Portfolio.
And then eventually nag-vlogging. yeah, for portfolio, and then eventually nagka-blogging. So parang I just added a tab. Now, okay, if you want me to write an article, I'll do it. Diba? Parang ganun lang naman eh. If you need me, I'll do it. And then naging Instagram, naging social media. So yun, parang simultaneous on lahat, I would profile or I would record my work as a host and as my life lang, gano'n naman, di ba, ngayon ang content creation, they kind of, kung ano yung lifestyle mo, parang dun pumapasok yung brands on how they want to tap you and kung paano ba yun bagay with your work and life.
Galing.
Diba sabi ko mahaba?
Correct.
And that's a wrap. Thank you for watching.
Oy, di pa. Kulang pa. Then, Janeena, I want to ask, kasi galing, kasi sariling sikap. Diba? Usually, sariling sikap, usually when we see artists, when we see people from the entertainment industry, usually there's somebody because of this. But, you scratched and you carved your own path. Diba? Was it, diba? Parang was it easy? Like, what was it like back then when you were starting out on your own?
Well, for me, kasi, ako talagang basta ma-enjoy ko siya. Sobrang, I would work hard for it as long as I know I'm enjoying and masaya lang siya for me. But at the same time, syempre talagang hustle. In other words, you gotta make sure na you get good exposure. Alam na natin yan, diba? So you get not only quality work, kasi syempre the work that you do, the more you do a certain kind of work, the more you're associated with that service, diba? Either as a host, either as a content creator, if you post videos ng fashion, syempre more fashion brands will want to work with you. Parang ganun lang siya eh. Kind of like experiential. Pero yun, in terms of sariling sikap naman, syempre sariling sikap that it won't happen kung wala yung team ko, Nox. Syempre si God, yung manager ko talaga. Yan ang joke ko eh. Joke pero hindi naman talaga. Like when they ask me, sino manager mo? So, God is my manager. And mom is my handler. Pero mommy Sally, people know her na rin. She handles my inquiries. So guys, I'm gonna put down my email there. Kausapin niyo siya for inquiries.
Lalagay ko sa editing yan. Bigyan mo sa akin email.
Thank you Yun, parang momager, ganun, momager. Pero usually, yun na nga, parang kung anong magbigay ni God na opportunity, sobrang big blessing na yun. And syempre, I do my best all the time to glorify Him. Diba? It's not naman, I wouldn't be here without the talents He gave me. So, binabalik ko lang yan lahat kay God.
What was it like years back when you would, the revolution of Instagram? Diba dati, photos lang, our own photos, and then eventually it became an ad space. It became an influencer space.
Yeah, I know. For the gram. Actually, I think my Instagram was there since 2012 pa. Tapos parang wala lang, post lang ako ng photos, and then people would start sending stuff, parang ganun lang. Try it out, or parang brands would start inviting to events. So at first, for fun lang at first. So pag may extra time, punta ka, diba? And then you meet people, you kind of network also along the way. And then at the same time, syempre sabihin ko sa kanila, hey, if you need a host. So 2-in-1 minsan. Nagiging package deal siya. So which is great. I guess intuition ko na rin yun to just keep marketing myself. I think that's one thing about this whole freelance content creation world. It's very fun, but you still need to add your own structure, and you kind of really have to make sure you get you get more you get more work for you. Kasi ganun naman talaga eh. Hustle in your own way.
Where does your creativity come from?
Oh wow, my creativity comes from from many different things. From the things I watch, from yung mga online inspos ko, my travels, syempre. Sometimes I just really have to, I get inspired by music also, by the way. Sometimes when I feel like, how will I, kasi parang syempre, I mean, you keep doing videos and photos, sometimes ako personally, ayoko nang nababore. Parang, ganitong picture, itong posting na naman, parang hindi na naiba. Ako na mismo yung parang nababore. I want to change it up. So sometimes, I get inspired. I mean, I think content creators get inspired from each other also. Hindi naman sa, originality. Pero, yung parang, maybe I can do that in my own way. Parang ganon. Maybe incorporating a prop to your pictures, incorporating a certain theme to your photos, that kind of excites me pag alam kong mas naiba siya. And yun, recently, TikTok na rin, yung ganong klaseng style, yung mga fast videos. I love that, pero matrabaho siya. Pero masaya kasi panoorin. Pero yeah, the transitions, it's a little bit more extra effort, pero extra engagement din kasi nga masaya panoorin. It's like magic. So, yeah.
When we scroll through our feeds, diba? Usually, of course, when you scroll through our feeds, final product na yan eh. But can you tell or can you share to our viewers your experiences on what's it like yung mga behind the scenes, yung production?
Okay.
It's a lot of work.
Ito siya. Ito yung studio ko. Behind the scenes. Oh, para sa'yo lang to. Exclusive.
Okay, exclusive.
Sinabi ko yung kama ko. Kasi now, like, the rest of the house is being renovated. So, itong room ko yung fresh paint and everything. So, I'm doing my best to maximize it. So, yun, kanina, I was actually shooting for a brand then. Parang IGTV. So, I had to move the stuff. Yun, preparation goes through it, be it from the physical aspect of making sure your space looks clean, to making sure you know, yung hindi ba yung suot mo? Making sure you style your hair well, hair and outfit well. So yun, and especially for girls, mas maraming factors. Mag-makeup ka pa, mag-hair ka pa. Tapos kailangan, di ba, walang makinis ka pa. Parang ganun ang daming factors. And then you have to make sure na yun, good lighting. So yun, tansya-tansya ng framing. And after that, mag-post-process ka pa, mag-edit ka pa. So either if you're using your camera, you have to transfer to your laptop, maybe use your editing software. For others naman, they just film with their phone. Ako, I do both. Depende sa mood and depende how polished or glossy I want it to look. Pero yun, sometimes phone lang din, tapos diretso na sa app. Yun.
What's the process like when you edit your own material? That's another side to it, diba?
Well, basically, I just look like this.
Galing naman, effortless. Effortless.
Kasi mami ko, mami, I'm working. Kasi minsan parang, or naka-earphones, parang di mo na ako ma-disturb. Kasi
pero
minsan,
matagal din yan eh,
yeah,
di ba? It also takes a while, di ba?
Yeah. Yun, and minsan nga pinapagalitan ako ng mom ko eh. Especially sa photos. Kasi I don't know, maarte, feeling artist. Like, what's nicer? This kind of warmth or yung mas cool tone? Ito, this or this, this or this. Oh my gosh, Migs, malaki na yung na-improve ko Before, sobrang lala ko talaga. Sobrang lala. Like, yung hindi mo na mapapansin. Tapos like, yung floor, lilinisin ko pa kapag may dumi. Bawal ng dumi. Mga ganon. Buti na nga ngayon, mas umuuso na yung raw lang. Ay, buti naman. Yung tipong mas appreciate na nila ngayon yung less filter, less selfies. Yung parang iPhone lang kasi parang it's refreshing na nga. So yun, you just go with the trends also. Before, highly filtered photos were all the rage. Pero ngayon, mas gusto na nila, kahit iPhone lang, basta maganda ka doon. Ganon. Basta real and they feel a sense of connection. Yun.
What is it like now in the new normal?
In the new normal and content creating?
Yes. Kasi syempre like, well, the context of that question is, we see so many photos outdoors, we get creative, we can play around with anything. But now, di ba, we're limited to our homes.
Yeah. So yun na nga. Actually, my mom's there. She's like, all corners. Yeah, we use all corners of the room. And actually, I'm very grateful, Nana. You know, I have this line of work because, to be honest, it's saving me from the pandemic. I mean, nakakasad what happened to ABS Sports and everything. And much as I do miss hosting for events, and yun, at least now my option to either, like this, online hosting and also online work. So posting videos, video editing for YouTube. So yun, digital na talaga lahat. So basically, for brands, they just send whatever the campaign brief is via email. It is a job. People seem like, for those especially na talagang hindi alam, akala nila, okay, may bago siyang skincare. Although this is a part of my life now, I do love them. Pero it's such a great blessing to be able to make that your work na rin. Kasi syempre, they trust you with your reviews and they trust you with the content you put out there. Pero it is a business too. Like, there are emails behind, there are contracts behind, there are certain lockouts. Now, you have to be careful too. Certain brands require you to have a certain kind of image, diba? Yung iba, ayaw na nagsismoke ka, ayaw na nag-alcohol, parang ganon. So you have to maintain your image. Tapos yung iba, ayaw din na masyadong revealing. As in, nakasulat sa clause minsan make sure no revealing pictures, no sensual appearance. So ganon. Kasi diba yung iba umuuso na nga na, diba? Pero kanya-kanya content creation style. You know, that's the beauty of it actually. Bahala ka sa branding mo.
Ano namang tips mo, Janeena, para sa mga gusto mag-content create from home?
Well, my tip is just be as ano ba? Actually, since nga we are put in this box of working from home, I think it makes you more creative, actually. Kasi parang, paano ko pa ba mapipiga yung bahay ko? Paano ko pa ba magagawa to? Actually, even my other friends, ano ba, yung mga napapansin ko is they really maximize their space. Yung iba, nag-rooftop pictures, gano'n. Ang ganda kasi ng outdoor eh. Tapos, they just put cloth. Yun ang uso ngayon. Like, you get yung linen mo from, asan yung parang duvet, gano'n, yung bedsheet mo. And then, tinatape namin yan. Minsan nag-message pa kami, hey, how did you do that? Gano'n. Is it just tape? Or like, ano, paano hindi masira yung paint? Gano'n. It's nice. It's actually really good once you make friends online. It's a good support system then to have each other and not compete but collaborate more. And you know, kasi syempre kung mag-isa ka lang, mahirap din, di ba? So yun, like putting parang a piece of cloth on your wall to make sure maiba naman yung setup and maiba yung look, parang mas studio type. So yun, ano pa ba? Yeah, different lighting sometimes at night, tapos may flash lang. So yun, you really try to think outside of the box and see how you can be creative. And it's fun. It's fun naman. Minsan nakakapagod, minsan wala rin ako sa mood. Kasi syempre, content creating is an art form, in a way. An art form din siya. Minsan nga yung ibang friends ko rin, but parang may kita ko na, okay, detoxing for a while, tapos mawawala sila for 1 week. Kasi minsan nakaka-overwhelmed din. So yeah, just make sure you balance work and play. You make sure you do it for the right reasons and have fun with it. Make sure you are you're not trying to be someone else. It's good to get inspiration from pegs. Ako rin, I have my own inspiration when it comes to mga fitspo, yung mga aesthetic. Pero at the same time, just make sure that you're still your original self, or you know, however you want to show your kind of branding. And kung ano ka sa personal, ganun ka rin sa online, syempre. Kasi parang hirap naman nun. Pag nakita ka in real life, parang, ay, iba pala siya. Diba? Yun.
Which leads me to my next point. How important is authenticity?
Yeah, syempre, I think when it comes to people keep saying authenticity, parang that word keeps being thrown around. Pero I think for me, it's just being able to really be credible in your real self. Because for me, content creating, I think at the end of the day, aside from the art, if you do want to make it into a business, in terms of business, what's important there is, syempre, when brands tap you, they want sales. Ganun naman talaga eh. Let's be real. So how do you translate sales? By building trust with your audience. So it's really not mostly, syempre, the likes, the views, they matter. But at the same time, it's your credibility as a person, as a creator, that will make people buy a certain thing, or that will truly influence people. So yeah.
Lastly, Janeena, shout out. How can our viewers catch you online?
Okay, well, basically just follow me on my sites, Janeena Chan on Instagram. Most importantly, I'm the most active there. Also on Facebook and on YouTube. I call it Janeena Channel. So, paki-support din, Migs. Wala lang, for fun. I love puns. So, yun, I make mga lifestyle content. Mostly fashion, beauty, food, especially ngayon, napaparami dahil sa mga home food deliveries. Syempre, helping local businesses na rin. So, yun. Actually, mamaya, mag-unbox na ako ng food. So, yun. And it's all good vibes lang. I do want to share more about my faith too, more personal, mga testimonies, challenges, how I went through it, how I get my motivations from. Parang ganun. I would like to expand to that. Yeah.
All right. So this is another episode of How to Be Janeena Chan in terms of content creation. Janeena, thank you so much for joining us here on Off the Record, and I hope you enjoyed that video. And guys, see you in the next episode.